Hello, everybody. Scott Golden here with the Pro Wrestling Logic YouTube channel and the AEW Rampage show review for 9/10/21. Um, Weaker version of this show than normal. Although the interviews were good and the segments were decent, I just wasn't necessarily a strong component of the matches offered as it being a um, as it being a 1 hour show. Although the 1 hour show model is much, much better than the 2 hour show wrestling model that's been pervasive over the last two and a half decades. Andrade with Chavo defeating Pac 15:45 with an ad break. Both guys are already in the ring to start the show. Introductions: Justin Roberts after stare down, both men go for forearms, and then gets into a side headlock. Pac breaks free, and then Andrade catches Pac with a shotgun dropkick and does his taunt. Crowd gets behind Pac, and they chant for him. Arm drag from Andrade, and then Arana, and then drops to the floor. Pac nails Tope to the outside. Pac then sends Andrade into the barricade a couple of times, sends him back into the ring, works him over, and hits hard chops in the corner. Andrade works over the chinlock and catches Pac with a boot against the ropes, and then does a springboard over the ropes and grabs Pac's head into a DDT on the ring apron. Pac falls to the floor, and then Andrade follows up with a springboard plancha. Crowd chants, "This is awesome," and okay, whatever. I'm not a lucha fan, and honestly, this does nothing for me. Both guys battle to the top rope, and Pac falls hanging on the knee with his knees on the top rope, and Andrade jumps top rope, double stomp onto Pac's chest, and both men are on the floor. Show goes to a commercial. Back from the break, Andrade hits a moonsault for a 2 count, and then position Pac's middle on the middle rope, sets up the electric chair. Pac counters into a super Rana. Pac then comes up with a massive pump kick, but Andrade comes back with a clothesline. Pac returns with a super kick, and both guys go down. Andrade goes to the outside, and then Pac exchanges forearms with him again. Pac then goes for sunset flip into a powerbomb on the floor, but Andrade flips out and lands on his feet. Pac then hits a super kick. Pac then winds up and hangs him on the top rope again by the legs, and Andrade hits double stomp again. This time Pac avoids it and hits a top rope moonsault to the floor. Both guys sell on the floor for a bit, then Pac throws Andrade back in, comes back in with a 450 splash. Pac goes for a cover, but Andrade comes into the ropes and breaks the count. Pac then drags him into the corner, goes for top rope, sets up Black Arrow, but then there's a German suplex. Pac then hits a springboard, and Andrade catches him in a fireman's carry, but Pac counters into a brutalizer, and then there's a jump up onto the apron. Lucha Brothers run out and then pulled Jose down, but then distract the ref. Chavo runs in, hits Pac with an iPad, and then there's a roll up for the pin. After the match, Jose tells Andrade that Chavo interfered. Andrade decks Chavo and leaves him laying in the entrance. Lucha Brothers hit Chavo with a double super kick and then throw Chavo back in the ring. Pac then tries to torture him with the brutalizer, and honestly, a lot of people love this. This was not my favorite segment because I don't really care for either guy. They don't have any real character outside of moves, and that's not what I'm into in a wrestling show. Anyway, then we move to Sting and Darby Allin interview with Tony Schiavone. Schiavone interviews Sting and Allin in the ring. Allin calls out Spears and says Spears would be nothing without Tully Blanchard. Sting grabs the mic and said Blanchard rode the coattails of Ric Flair and Arn Anderson. Sting calls out Blanchard, and Blanchard responds from the stage. Blanchard distracted Sting from the entrance. Spears sneaks in from behind and pulls Allin out of the ring and hits him with a Death Valley driver. Then Adam Cole Bryan Danielson segment. Pre-taped comments from backstage. Adam Cole explains why he joined the Elite. He trusts the Young Bucks and Kenny Omega, and they trust him. Cole seemed to have signed his sights set on Danielson. That could be good. Actual members of the Elite that don't drive me nuts. Anyway, Danielson responds to his own pre-taped comments, but looks for his first match in AEW to be with Kenny Omega. But if Omega doesn't respond to Danielson's challenge, he's sure some other hungry wrestler will. Ruby Soho, Chris Statlander, and Riho defeat Dr. Britt Baker, Jamie Hayter, and Rebel. 6:30 of this airs. Baker and Riho started out, but Statlander quickly gets the tag. Statlander gets near fall and a power slam. Riho and Hayter tag in. Rebel need Riho from the ring apron, and Riho runs the ropes. Heels work over Riho, and the show goes to break. Back from the break, Soho gets a hot tag. Riho then works over Hayter and the forearms and a super kick. Takedown from Soho, near fall. Statlander and Soho tries double team and Hayter, but she fought out of it and gets nearly a near fall on Statlander and backbreaker. Rebel tags in and then puts her opponent instead. Statlander tries to pin Rebel and with a roll up, but Baker comes in with a Meteora, breaks up the cover. Statlander comes in, rolls Baker and hits her with a suplex. Riho climbs onto Statlander's shoulders and looks to hit a move on Baker, but Rebel throws herself in Baker's way. And then there's an attempt to save, so Riho comes back on Statlander's shoulders with a double stomp on Rebel. Baker rolls out to the floor, and Soho fits a finisher on Rebel to get the pin. Drew runs down all the upcoming matches scheduled for the next couple weeks on Dynamite. Mark Henry conducts a face-to-face interview with Max Caster, and Brian Pillman Jr. Caster will bring Anthony Bowens with him to ringside. Pillman will go out there alone. Love the fact that Pillman and Caster will close the show. 6:36. Caster can't say what he thinks the Skyline Chili looks like in a pre-match rap. And then Pillman wears Bengals themed trunks and runs into attack Caster before the bell. After a bunch of flurry from Pillman, Caster takes control. Caster gets a near fall off a knee drop and follows up with a cravat, but Pillman works his way out of the hold. Bowens distracts Pillman, and Caster catches him with a back suplex. Caster then tosses Pillman to the floor, and Bowens works over Pillman while Caster distracts referee Aubrey Edwards. Back in the ring, Caster charges Pillman in the corner, and Pillman catches him with a boot. Pillman then follows up with a flying forearm and a clothesline. Caster then tries to cover in the corner, but Pillman wipes out into other corner and follows him with a clothesline. Pillman then tries to go to the top rope, but Bowens distracts him. Pillman hits Bowens with the top rope crossbody. Pillman comes back. Caster catches him with a drop kick, and then Caster tosses Pillman back into the ring and goes for the mic drop, top rope elbow, but Caster gets out of the way. Pillman then hits Caster with a Air Pillman springboard clothesline and gets pinfall. Babyfaces winning in their hometown. What a weird thing. Pillman celebrates with the family in the front row, but Bowens jumps Pillman again. Both members of the Acclaim try to attack Pillman with their boombox. Moxley comes in, makes the save. Hometown guys win, and everyone goes home happy. Other than the 15 minutes wasted by the Lucha match, I enjoyed the show. We'll be back with more right after this.